Welcome to the Goddess Wisdom Podcast. Unveil your inner goddess and weave your sacred life. Join me, Maureen Keefe, the guiding goddess for this journey, and discover ways to claim the power of your divine nature. Explore how to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary and the mundane into the magical. Are you ready to embark on this journey? I invite you to dip your toes into the world of goddess wisdom. Join me now and let the magic begin. Welcome, goddesses. I invite and welcome you into the realms of goddess wisdom. Today, I'm going to unveil many facets and expressions of goddess wisdom. Hearing these words will open and awaken awarenesses and places within you. Awarenesses that will serve you in these wild times. We will tenderly open this sacred bud, unfolding each petal as we delve deeper into the essence and nature of the divine feminine. This is just the beginning. As we discover her essence within us, new ways of allowing her expression in our lives will be inspired. We will reveal what is required to enter these sacred places, to claim this power, the power of the divine feminine. If this is your first time joining us, my name is Maureen Keefe, and I am your guiding goddess for this journey. I encourage you to begin your goddess wisdom journey of discovery with the original episode, the debut and virgin episode of Goddess Wisdom Podcast. Each episode of this podcast has energies of the divine feminine woven through them, igniting activations within you. These activations and energies stir your own personal awakening along the path of your sacred journey, a journey of unveiling your inner goddess and weaving your sacred life. Recording your journey in some manner for personal reference is highly recommended. This is a path of empowerment, revealing who you truly are. Underneath all of the socializing programs, cultural expectations, and core wounding that your upbringing molded and shaped you into, sometimes crushing and shattering you into. Reclaiming your true nature gifts you with new lenses through which to explore your life. Each choice to engage in your life in new ways draws you deeper into your own goddess realms. As you surrender to the flow of the ever spiraling awakening and recognition of your soul's pure essence and divine plan, you will claim your own inner goddess and unique frequency of goddess wisdom. So, goddesses, just take a minute to revel in that energy. Just breathe it in, open to receive it. Drop all heart walls, all fortresses of protection you have built, and drop all empath energetic fending off programs that have become your autopilot survival skills. These barriers no longer serve. Instead, they block us from receiving the very things we are longing for, summoning, asking, and praying for. These walls, shields, fortresses, and autopilot programs re-engage every time we're afraid, feel unsafe, or emotionally triggered. So become very mindful of bringing them down, enabling you to finally claim the power of your own openness and allowing. This is divine feminine presence. Let's now ignite the radiance of your God spark, your goddess spark, within. Drop a cord of light into the heart of Mother Earth. Feel her love for you flood upwards into your heart, flowing into every cell of your body as you claim every single cell of your exquisite and sacred biotechnology. These times require that we claim sovereign authority over our biology, over our minds, spirits, emotions, energy, essences, frequencies, and realms. Repeat after me. By my divine right, by my divine will, and by my sovereign authority, I claim my body, my mind, my spirit, my emotions, my energy, my essences, my frequencies, and my realms throughout all time, space, realities, forms, frequencies, essences, and beyond. I deem it, I decree it, and it is so. All other must leave now. Now flow a cord of light from your heart center into the heavenly realms, connecting with the highest authority of light beyond the matrix, flowing goddess love back into your heart center, igniting the crystalline codons in every cell of your body, feeling divine love illuminating you from within. We create the divine trinity above, below, within, and we unite heaven and earth within us. We consciously choose to activate and ignite heaven on earth. And we bask in this radiance as we witness it ever emanating outward. We are the answer we've been seeking. We are the solution. It is time for us to embrace our power, igniting this divine feminine awakening within, without, above, below, beside, throughout. Blessed be. I invoke the essence and spirit of the goddess wisdom, the overarching divine feminine principle of all that is. We welcome the pure divine feminine essence that has flowed through all goddesses that have come before us and is awakening within us now, men and women alike. I open to remember and bring through this wisdom in its purest state for all who will hear this. So sorry for my rattling papers. How are y'all doing? Clearly, the game is amping up in our lives. We all feel it. The prayers, intentions, and invocations I led you through above are ways we can claim our center, our presence, and our power. These are secret, sacred power tools of the divine feminine. It is not only necessary, it is critical that we engage in these things more and more. Last week, I took you on a bit of an emotional roller coaster ride, sharing the extreme spectrum of my past 2 weeks. These rapidly shifting extremes are truly the nature of these times. It's more important than ever to be creating sanctuary in our inner realms as our outer world becomes more and more unstable. The old is falling away, making way for the new to be rebirthed, within and without. I would like to call you forward to engage in radical self-care during these times. Honoring your sacred vessel, your body, mind, and spirit is a foundational level of goddess wisdom, as is grounding, connecting with the earth, our beloved Gaia, honoring her, honoring us. Connecting with our divinity is also stepping into our goddess wisdom. I want to share with you some very practical goddess wisdom for self-care while experiencing this current pressure cooker called life on planet Earth. Morning rituals are a powerful, important way to start your day. Make doing the vagus nerve breath a part of your morning ritual. This resets your nervous system. It gets you out of fight or flight and chronic CPTSD symptoms. It enables you to claim access to more information and options. And practicing it engenders whole brain thinking. It lifts us out of survival mode so we can make higher ordered decisions. Physiologically and neurologically, our bodies and minds will function better when we invest in doing this work, this simple work. Claim your gift, the anxiety busting miracle tool for thriving, in our membership portal under free resources at members.maureenkeefe.com. That teaches you how to do the vagus nerve breath. If you're already a member, log in to gain access. And if you're new to our realms, create an account and have fun exploring what we've created for you there. I also encourage you to tool up with the vagus nerve massage. It's a more discreet method to use to stimulate your vagus nerve in public. Suki Baxter did a fabulous job in her video on YouTube called Vagus Nerve Massage for Stress and Anxiety Relief. Find the link in our episode 4 page show notes at goddesswisdompodcast.com. Learn how to support your adrenal health and mental health by reading Adrenal Fatigue, the 21st Century Stress Syndrome by James L. Wilson. Dr. Wilson truly understood what readers of this book are cognitively dealing with. It's light, easy to read, and even somewhat entertaining, and it's packed with helpful information. Okay, so I'm not a medical professional. The following suggestions are my own personal regimens and products that I use. I'm sharing what has helped me, and we've listed them in the show notes for your easy access as well. Our adrenals are our stress glands, which regulate our metabolism, immune system, blood pressure, response to stress, and other essential functions. They produce adrenaline and cortisol. Cortisol regulates our runaway inflammation responses. Now we know why many acute inflammation issues are triggered by stress. So if you suffer from inflammation, definitely look into supporting your adrenals. My doing so completely healed me of intense, years-long suffering from inflammation. I have every faith that you can do the same. Some common sense recommendations to support your adrenals are: avoid processed foods, sugar, alcohol, and excessive caffeine. Eat non-GMO real food, organic when at all possible. Protein sources like grass-fed lean meats, fish, eggs, dairy, nuts, and legumes are recommended for adrenal support, as are leafy greens and colorful vegetables. B complex makes up our stress vitamins, and they're the first to be flushed from our bodies when pressure rises. I'm very pleased with nature's answer, liquid vitamin B complex. The taste is surprisingly palatable. Drink more water. Many of us don't like to increase our water consumption because it increases our trips to the restroom as well. I have a wonderful and simple tip for you. I use 2 drops of concentrated trace minerals in a 12-ounce glass of water. This miraculously stops the water from just flushing through me. Less trips to the bathroom is a wonderful thing. Note that the adrenals also produce aldosterone, which influences blood pressure. So do take supporting this gland seriously. I should say these glands because we have 2 of them, one on each kidney. So this is a bit off topic, but I know that someone listening is going to benefit from this. If you're suffering from urinary incontinence, try eliminating dairy. Strangely, dairy is associated with incontinence. If this doesn't help, do get your issue checked out. Research revealed many potential causes for incontinence. Diabetes is among them. If with excessive stress you're suffering from hair loss like I have, try B12 and zinc, especially if you're fatigued. If this helps, consider getting checked for pernicious anemia, which is an absorption issue which I have. Because of this, I use liquid B12 sublingual as it bypasses any absorption issues. I've been using Triketra Bioactive B12. Another brand is Nature's Life. My favorite brand for zinc is Paradise Earth. The added bonus is immune support. Zinc is a mineral involved in skin repair and in making DNA, the cell's blueprint for replication. This is foundational support for ageless aging. If ageless aging interests you, check out our offering called Drops from the Fountain of Youth. Zinc also supports eye health. It's also needed for a proper sense of taste and smell. I'm still reclaiming mine a year after sea flu. Oceans Alive marine phytoplankton superfood used for adrenal support also helps with memory and focus. It's a mood booster, providing stress relief and increased energy. It's also detoxifying and oxygenating. This is a high quality product that provides vitamins, minerals, essential fatty acids, and amino acids that feed your body at a cellular level. Do note, though, it does taste fishy. These are potent ways on a physical level to ensure balance within, providing more stable grounds from which to move forth. This is true goddess wisdom. In our last episode, revealing the honor and power of the divine feminine, we discovered that centuries of programming has us denigrating feminine qualities as weak. The more stressed and trapped in overdrive, triggered in chronic fight and flight freeze responses we are, the more distorted and aggressive our masculine tendencies become. I brought to light from my own experience that when we do not trust the divine, we feel like we're on our own, meaning without support, and we feel like we have to make our lives work. We resort to more masculine and aggressive behaviors such as do more, compete, or even push, demand, order, confront, control, etc. The more fear-based we become, we will manipulate, contrive, coerce, force, override, overpower, etc. This is survival mode. And engaging from this place further alienates us from asking for or receiving support from others. Both men and women possess the full spectrum of masculine and feminine qualities. When we deny aspects of self, it is as destructive as social divisiveness, pitting one against another in adversarial judgment, criticism, rejection, alienation, condemnation, etc. It creates a hostile environment. Denying aspects of self creates a hostile environment within us. It's no wonder mental illness and violence are on the rise. Goddess wisdom is an innate recognition of the value of both masculine and feminine qualities and the importance of engaging with them and expressing them in balanced ways. When we are out of balance, problems arise in our lives, not to punish us, but to amplify our awareness of any imbalances, distortions, and misperceptions. This is simply a feedback loop. Goddess wisdom knows that this feedback loop is guidance and therefore pays attention, honoring, not denying, disregarding, or rejecting the messages being presented to us, especially if it is being presented as some form of pain or discomfort. When we deny these messages and or deny our true nature, these messages get louder and consequently more painful. So this is also why we're experiencing suffering at the massive scale we are today. Here's an example of the feedback loop at work in exceptionally common relationship dynamics. 90% of my clients have this going on. Many people today are overgivers. Knowing now the goddess wisdom regarding balance, we can recognize immediately that overgivers will experience pain. Over and under are both out of balance. Because the universe always seeks balance, overgivers will draw in takers. Takers are people with mental health issues who are not taking responsibility for their own chemistry, their unresolved emotional issues or behavior, or are unable to. Narcissism, for example, is a mental health issue, not a minor character flaw. Narcissism is a classic example of a taker. People with addictions of all forms and people in chronic drama, trauma, and crisis are takers, as are con artists and opportunists. If these types of people represent your personal trail of relationship tears, it's critical that you restore divine order in your life by reclaiming you as your number one in your own life. This means choosing you as your number one even before your children and pets. Put the oxygen mask on first. Overgiving is also known as people pleasing and codependency. This is a trauma pattern, most often created in childhood, in which we're forced to abandon self to survive. Often, parents do not have the emotional, mental, physical, or financial resources to deal with their children. The child must deny their needs, feelings, and wants to tend to or appease that parent. We carry that into adulthood. Giving to get love, giving to feel safe, giving to get validated as our only frame of reference in meaningful relationships. This is out of divine order. So it will not work for us in adulthood, and it will create pain for us. We, as overgivers, will draw on a taker. We give to get the love we so desperately desire. It is in hope that we will get back love in return for giving love. When the taker gets upset, they withhold their affection or attention. The overgiver tries to give more to appease them. The overgiving gets more and more out of balance as time goes on. The taker quickly learns how to play this card to their advantage. The sad thing is, when we're overgivers, we think we're being good people through selfless giving, but it's a trap. Selfless giving just results in people treating you like you are less. Selfless, selfless. What is going on inside of us will be projected onto our outer reality. Notice the feedback loop here of how people treat you like you do not matter when you treat you like you do not matter. If you recognize yourself in this dynamic, get help immediately. First, I'd encourage you to get help from a professional with expertise in codependency recovery and, if appropriate, narcissistic abuse recovery. Narcissism is rampant. Know, too, that people with untreated borderline personality disorder are suffering with what I call victim narcissism. They keep the focus on themselves by being a victim in relationships. Get help to recover from wounding, damage, and traumas you experienced from being in relationships with people with these mental health issues. Know, too, that if you're a narcissist magnet, one of your parents or caregivers likely had a mental health issue of this nature. Secondly, if you'd like extra support, I specialize in trauma clearing. We can get you way ahead of your own recovery game by releasing your trapped trauma. When you clear your trauma, it no longer recycles in your life. Progress can be made in a single session, or purchase a package for the best deal, 6 one-hour sessions for the price of 5. You can find that at maureenkeefe.com/services, or find links for the purchase options in our show notes. You can also get a handout on trauma clearing in our membership portal at members.maureenkeefe.com. See what else we have over there for you. The best ongoing support I can provide you is our newest digital product. I encourage you to claim the superpower value of our creation, support through Codependent No More. This is a single purchase, lifetime access to the Goddess Book Club recordings and resources provided during our foray through Codependent No More by Melody Beattie. It is value-packed and multidimensionally informative, providing countless insights and wisdom-gained shares to get you on your own team, reclaim your inner child, and your own worth. It's a powerful and sacred journey from self-loathing to self-love. Restoring divine order to your life, making you your number one, is foundational for claiming and embracing the power of your inner goddess. We are providing support in this format to provide a deeper dive into your healing journey, exploring the information presented in the Timeless Classic and Guide to Healing from Codependency. It's a process of shifting from outer locus of control to an inner locus of control. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your own life. This is game-changing information. If you're other-focused to your detriment, this is for you. It's also for you if you're burning out from being on a gerbil wheel that you can't seem to get off of. It's time to reclaim your power, your center, self-love, and self-respect. Find it at members.maureenkeefe.com. Look for Support Through Codependent No More. Goddess wisdom is a state of knowing our divine perfection. When we create and operate from this place and presence, we thrive. Challenges are a part of life. Suffering is optional. Goddess wisdom recognizes this. Many of our neuroses are bottle fed to us as children. We're also soaking up our parents' fears, misperceptions, unresolved emotions, and cultural, social, and religious programming, even in utero. When we claim our divine alignment and experience the embodiment of our goddess wisdom, we are no longer pawned by the manipulations and agendas of the collective. Accessing goddess wisdom requires an awareness of and a connection with our divinity. Our divinity is our soul self and our goddess self, God/des goddess self. We and they are all one and the same. We are each fragments of all that is. Nothing about us is separate from source, nor from each other. Shadow is as much a part of source as light. It's when things are out of balance or are corrupted that it becomes problematic and results in suffering. When we operate from goddess wisdom, we recognize this. We know that we are one with all of creation. If I hurt you, I hurt me. If I hurt the earth, I hurt me. Denigrating the values of the divine feminine has gotten us where we are today in a world of hurt and suffering, imbalanced and fear-based. Finding our way back to goddess wisdom organically displaces the madness that we've been governed by over these years of bondage, enslavement, and corruption of power. We restore sanity and humanity to humanity with each conscious, heart-centered choice we make. Goddess wisdom wells up from within when we align with our divinity. We receive inspired ideas and solutions, and we tap directly into the essence and flow of what we want to express or create. Part of the divine feminine reawakening involves a paradigm shift. Instead of moving away from pain, which makes pain our prime mover, we're moving toward pleasure. Instead of escaping fear, we are embracing love. Seemingly subtle and inconsequential, this shift actually has massive ramifications. This is why embracing the divine feminine is such a secret weapon. We don't have to battle against. What we resist persists. Instead of building walls, we consciously choose to shed illusions and stories that divide us. We find our way back to our heart, and through that lens, make choices informed by the power of love. It's a gradual process, but it's a powerful one. I had to laugh. I was looking for a word that represents secret weapon that did not use the word weapon. I found the question, what is a secret weapon in bed? Of course, I had to click on it. The answer was sleep. The topic had to do with accomplishing your goals, but I amused myself with creating a much better divine feminine answer, and that was better sleep results in higher voltage virility and heightened sensitivity and sensuality. So embrace that. On that note, join me for the next episode of Goddess Wisdom Podcast, and we'll continue tenderly opening the sacred bud, delving deeper into the essence and nature of the divine feminine. So, as part of my closing ritual, I want to give goddess gratitude to goddesses that have contributed to my life or to the greater good in various ways. Today, I want to spotlight Kaya Ra. She is a quintessential goddess, as she has healed herself from seemingly insurmountable trials in her life with amazing grace. Kaya has overcome heinous abuse throughout her entire childhood as a victim of human trafficking. She somehow escaped and in 2009 was commissioned by Sophia herself, the one divine mother creatrix of all life, to be the oracle for the Ascended Master High Council called the Sophia Dragon Tribe, and to channel the Sophia Code, a visionary sacred text for the Divine Feminine Christ movement. Kaya leads this international movement and has created a modern-day mystery school for mentoring initiates and fully claiming their sovereignty, stepping into being revolutionary wayshowers for humanity's awakening. She is lighting our paths in extraordinary ways, even if just by her own personal example. This woman is pure grace. You can immerse yourself in her teachings by watching any of her hundreds of videos on YouTube. Join her tribe or read her book, The Sophia Code, a living transmission from the Sophia Dragon Tribe. Find the link on our show notes at goddesswisdompodcast.com. A gentle reminder, if you watch a video you enjoy or supports you in any way, take a moment to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to their channel. Content creators on Facebook and YouTube have to jump through ridiculous hoops to provide you with free content. It helps them immensely when you support them in this way. Until next time, make you your number one. Engage in radical self-care. Open and allow divine feminine energies to awaken and move through you. Blessings and love from your guiding goddess of the Goddess Wisdom Podcast, me, Maureen Keefe. I want to thank you for joining me today for the Goddess Wisdom Podcast. Unveil your inner goddess and weave your sacred life with Maureen Keefe. To cultivate a sense of community, consider joining the Goddess Book Club to embark on a deeper dive into your goddess realms and share the journey with other goddesses. See if this is for you at goddesswisdompodcast.com/book club. I look forward to you joining me on another Goddess Wisdom Podcast adventure. Until then, may your journey be blessed in all ways, with love and gratitude from your guiding goddess, Maureen Keefe.